Good morning, Brownsville. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this feed. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Frankie Olivo. Our program focuses on the very important issues that are affecting our local community. We have shed light on injustices and allowed for this platform to be the voice of us, the people. Now, if this is something that you can see yourself supporting, we ask of you that you like, comment, and share this live feed. Now, as of late, our Facebook page is at risk of being taken down. The powers that be do not want you, my community, to know the truth. Remember, we will not be silenced. If you're really about the cause and you want to stand up to corruption and you want to hold our leaders accountable, well, make sure you follow our social media platforms. We can be found under Frankie Olivo TV on YouTube. We currently have 581 subscribers. My goal by the end of this year is to be at 1,000. We could also be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, under Frankie Olivo. And also, make sure you follow our personal page. We're found under Olivo Frankie. Remember, if for any reason you cannot find me no more on Facebook, I didn't disappear. I was forced. So even if we go dark on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this program, Good Morning Brownsville, will come on to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. religiously, rain or shine. Make sure you subscribe to all of our social media accounts because I want you to tune in. I am very fortunate that you've allowed me into your homes in the morning. Heck, I'm probably even with you right now at work. Oh, no. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you for giving me this opportunity. I do not take this lightly. I will never ask my community for money. I will never ask my community for food. Well, that depends. All I ask of you, ladies and gentlemen, is to subscribe to our social media platforms. That's the little that I ask. And once again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning, chat. How we doing? Eh? Everybody asks, what the hell are you doing? Why are you trying to do that? I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get like a Brooklyn, like an Italian. Hey, how you doing, man? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. One day before, it's the Friday Junior. Last day of school. Graduation's right around the corner. There's just a lot going on right now. People are traveling, going to be traveling in the very near future. And just to let y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, this summer, I'm going to be busy as heck. So if y'all want to go down rabbit holes with me in the summer, again, no matter where I am, what we're doing, we're still going to come on to you live. We are working on lots and lots of stories. The one thing that my beloved predecessor left me before he passed away, God rest his soul, he left me something that is worth more than gold. I was very privileged, and I take it as an honor that we were very close. We spoke a lot, and we're nerds. We avoided large crowds. All we did was hang out at the office, jammed out, and we did research. We would talk. All our discussions always revolved around politics. And he left me something that is worth more than gold. And that is information. I had access to his laptops, his computers, and he would tell me things, but I didn't understand the things that he would tell me and the people that would contact him and the information that he received. But now it's all making sense because now I have access to all that and all those things. And I want you to think of it. I used to come on with him back in, 5 years ago. And people freak out. They're like, why weren't you like this back then? I was like, well, you know, it was his show. It was his thing. I was the apprentice. And what do the apprentices do? They get a pen and they take notes. They study. They visual. They look at everything. They don't speak, but they take this all in and they listen. That's what I did with Erasmo Castro. And I'm very honored by that. So there's, man, when I say there's never a dull day in the city of Brownsville, it's because there is a never dull day in the city of Brownsville. Brownsville and Cameron County politics, man, I pa aventar para arriba. And I have access to all this information. And I have my own notes. And he left me like carpetas. And again, at the time, I didn't know what it didn't dawn on me. It didn't make sense. But now I'm like, oh, aquel loco que decían que no sabía que era loco. Tenía toda la razón. So again, summer's right around the corner, and you probably think, oh, Frankie's gonna ask for a vacation. Frankie's gonna, no, hombre, doggy, we don't work that way. If you know who he was, he was working on Christmas. He was working on Thanksgiving. He was working on New Year's. He was working on, and he'd freak out when his employees wouldn't come into work. They're like, hey man, it's a work day. Like, what the hell are you doing? There's no time off. Again, his sanctuary was his office. So it's gonna be a hot girl summer for me. Gonna be by the water, but I am gonna be coming on to you live. There's so much to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So much to talk about. And again, I don't want you to think that I will be using this mic to harass, to intimidate, to bully. By no means. I am not Carlos Elizondo and his fake Facebook page, Jazz Marie. I am not Maggie. I am not Susan, who attack people just for the sake of argument, just for kicks. No, I will never ever weaponize this mic, ladies and gentlemen. I understand how powerful this mic is, and again, I'm very humbled by that, and I'm very careful. And I promise you, to the city of Brownsville, I will use this mic for good. Look at all the amazing things we've been doing. Heck, and we've been only at it a month, 2 months. My beloved predecessor was in this game for 15 years. That's when he started the page. That's when people started noticing him. He left his footprint, the blueprint for me. So it's going to be an interesting summer. And if you allow me into your homes, into your vacation time, I will be here. Again, it doesn't matter if there's one person listening to me or the thousands that we've been receiving. Thank you so much, Brownsville. It's going to be a good summer. Thank you so much. And again, why do we do this? Because we seek justice. Again, I have nothing personal against these people. These individuals, they promised you that they were role models, that they were worthy of your vote, and they would never lie, they would never steal, they would be transparent, they would be fiscally responsible, all the talking points, all the beautiful things that you want to hear. They promised us that. And what did they do? They used this position, our position, whether that's at the city, at the county, at the port, throughout all the government entities, the college, all the government entities out there. So our job isn't to attack people. No, we seek justice. And if you did something wrong to my community, if I find out, well, I know a lot, that you use this for your own benefit, you're not worthy of representing us, because we want our politicians to give to the community. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if you give me an opportunity, I will be your Robin Hood. I will take from the rich and give it to you like this. Mira. You know what these políticos do? They're like this. Mira. Gimme, 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 gimme. El Trey Mendez, el muerto de hambre, what? All the grants, what? Gimme, gimme. Mira, tiene las manos así. Así la raza. I won't have my hands like that to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you give me an opportunity, I would be like this, mira. Tú ten. I'll be like Oprah. You get something, you get something, you get something, you get something. Because that is what leaders do. We don't get fat. We make our team strong. We make our people strong. Why? Because our people will elevate us and they'll remember who gave them an opportunity, who listened to them, who solved their problems. That is what I want my politician to do. And what do we see? They're all corrupt. They're all in it for the take. It's all about them. It shouldn't be that way. It's not going to be that way. Not with me around. Not with me around. Again, you want to fight corruption? You want to stand up to people who promise you and lie to you and steal from you? You want to do it? It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. You may think that it's easy. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, Erasmo's no longer here, so I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to do this." Try it. It's very difficult. I make this look good, and I make it look easy. It's not. That is why we do what we do. That is why we promise you, rain or shine, we're going to come on here. We're going to speak the truth. I want you, my community, to be informed. Isn't that what you pay taxes for? So what, you pay taxes and, pues a ver qué están haciendo, no sé, I don't know. No, hey, I'm a taxpayer. I have skin in this game. Hey, I deserve to know everything. Yes or no? At least that's the way I think. But what do? They hide stuff from you. So it's going to be an interesting summer, ladies and gentlemen. And again, my quest isn't to harass. My quest isn't to bully. My quest isn't, no. We seek justice. You may laugh, but I want to be the Bronzo Batman. El Bronzo Batman, que tire el vato. We are on the third day of early voting, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you have until this Saturday, 9 to 7, today and tomorrow. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then the last 2 days is Monday and Tuesday. Every vote counts. Voter apathy is real in the city of Brownsville. If we had low voter turnout during the previous election and the runoffs, it's going to be even more. We did get the numbers. I'll post them later. It's, typical library, 400 or 500 voters, and then they're sporadically throughout the city of Brownsville. But again, if you haven't voted, make sure you go out and vote. You have Thursday today, Friday tomorrow, Saturday, and then Monday, Tuesday. You have 5 days. 5 days to vote. You can go to the Cameron County Courthouse on Harrison Street downtown, the public library on Central Boulevard, Southmost Public Library in La Famosa, the New Horizon Medical Clinic on Price, and Good Shepherd, the Good Shepherd Church on Morrison. It's very important for us to vet our clients, our prospects, those promising us the world. It's important for us to investigate and see, is this person worthy of my vote? Do they deserve to lead the city of Brownsville? What we should do, ladies and gentlemen, is we should ask those tough questions. We should vet these politicians. We should treat them like a business. What have you done for me lately? That's the way every relationship should be. Are you a good person for me? Do you benefit me? Do you benefit my team? If not, I don't need you. I don't want you. Are you a positive person? Show me your numbers. It's based on merit. Don't vote on people because he's the compadre, and you want, yeah. No. Treat this like a business. Are they producing? And if they are, let's vote them in. Again, we're not saying people are perfect. No, by no means. We expect our politicians to be perfect. Again, they're not perfect. We hope they strive to be. But what do we need to do? We need to act. We need to stand up. We need to be vocal. Wake up, friends. Corruption in politics doesn't scare me. What scares me is how people get comfortable with doing nothing about it. Again, we have a thing about corruption. Are you willing to take a stand for it? Are you willing to be vocal? Are you willing to fight? I'm not saying literally fight. I am putting my neck out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Get behind me. I'll take the brunt of it all. I'm okay with that. I love it. Me encantan los. That's what we need to do. That is why we've been coming on. People are saying, oh, why are you targeting Pedrito? Because Pedrito put his name in the ring. He wants to represent you for District 4. Is he worthy of it? Is he? We've been seeing a lot of question marks, and we've scratched our head and said, I don't know. I don't know. I presented you with a tangled web. Oh, Brownsville, what a tangled web we weave. We spoke about how Pedro Cárdenas and Gustavo de Leon and Roy de los Santos have been wheeling and dealing. They've been making promises, backdoor deals, quid pro quo, lack transparency. I've been showing you this. Why? Because you deserve to know, ladies and gentlemen. You have the right to know as a taxpayer. Is this person worthy of the job? That is my role in life. That is my mission, to vet these candidates, to see if they are what Brownsville needs. People are saying, I'm not corrupt. Oh. Be careful, because I have material. You had Trey Mendez say, I equivocally denounce this statement. I am living very well, and I don't need the city attorney position. I said, oh, okay. Well, have you ever applied for a city attorney position throughout the different entities? And if so, which ones? If you say your practice is so good. Oh, and also you say that you do not live off the tit. How much money have your restaurants received? And guess what? He deleted the comment. Why? Because he got spooked. He knows that he's applied to several. We know that he's applied to several city attorney positions throughout different government entities. We know that. Again, these people think we're dumb. No. We have the backing of individuals that are sick and tired of people like Trey, people like Roy, people like Pedrito, people like Gustavo, who promise us the world in front of everybody. We're good. We're good. Yes, yes, yes. We're all about the better good. And we got great talking points. But when it comes down to it, te fregan. That's what bothers me. And it should bother you too. That is why I'm doing this. And people are saying, oh man, you look crazy. This isn't real. Really? This isn't real? Roy de los Santos called me a liar. He backtracked. He sent me a text message shortly after. Trey Mendez deleted his comment. And again, we are making, once again to the diagram, we are making serious allegations here. Not something that happened 3 years ago, 5 years ago. No, this happened last week, ladies and gentlemen, 1 week to the day. What happened? Nepotism. There was nepotism that happened. What is nepotism? Using a position to influence. It could be in politics. It could be in a professional level, to get people jobs, to get them a raise, to get them money. That's nepotism. Does we see this at the school district too, ladies and gentlemen, which we're going to talk about. BISD is thinking, Frankie's going to take a vacation, and he's not going to talk about of the cesspool that Rivera is. He's not going to talk about all these teachers getting arrested. We're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a hot girl summer for me. Mira, con a little drink, la agüita, encuera. No, eso no. But we're going to be coming on and we're going to tell you all these things because you, the taxpayer, deserve to know. And we have made serious allegations about Gustavo de Leon and Pedrito Cárdenas. Not something that happened 3 years ago, something that happened last week. Nepotism is alive and well. Gustavo de Leon was recently sworn in as your District 3 commissioner. It did not take him no more than 2 weeks to already start doing crooked crap. Really, man? Really, Gustavo? Really? Why? Because you think Pedrito knows what he's doing? Pedrito no, ni está educado el pobre. You bet everything on Pedrito that he was going to show you the ropes. And again, who appointed, going back to the diagram, who appointed individuals to PUB? Pedrito Cárdenas appointed Nájera, who owns Monarca, who does cocaine there at his restaurant. Who did Gustavo de Leon appoint to PUB? Martín Sarkis, who they also promised him to fill Erasmo's seat. And if you don't believe me, go to my page. Roy called me a liar. And shortly after, I posted. We posted the video that showed that Gustavo de Leon, if you don't believe me, go to my page, that Gustavo de Leon made a motion to appoint Martín Sarkis at the PUB board. Who seconded it, you may ask? His compadre. Look at the video. And I want you to read his body language. Pedrito's body language. Atasira. I don't know what's coming. And guess who seconded it? Pedrito. Why? Because they were trying to get Carlos Elizondo a job. Out of all people, these individuals, they said, oh, yes, Carlos, support us. Carlos se lo van a enchurizar. Carlos is on the way out. You being politicians, y'all can't read the room. That's what I don't understand. I'm like, what the heck? Like, these guys, are they that dumb? Really? Nepotism. And if you don't believe me, ask them. People saying I'm a liar. Have you called your representative? Pedrito's running right now, so he should answer your phone call. Call him and say, hey, Pedrito, mira, tengo una duda, man. Este vato está bien loco, güey. Y está diciendo que tú fuiste a la oficina de la manejarte ahí de la ciudad de Helen y que tú y Gustavo le andaban pidiendo chamba a Carlos. ¿Es puro pedo o no? Sí, ¿verdad? Why don't you do that if you think I'm a liar? Have him make a post. Have him come out on video and say he's a liar that never happened. Because people are aware that it happened. People were present. And not just one, two. It was several people that were in that meeting. So they won't deny it. Because they're going to piss off those people. And more importantly, they're going to piss off the authorities. They know they're in a pickle. You think I make things up? I lose credibility, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not about that. So again, if you think I'm a liar, if you think that I'm throwing stuff just to see they stick, just for kicks, a ver qué. No, this is real stuff that's happening. And it just happened last week. Nepotism is alive and well. Corruption is rampant throughout all government entities. Right now, we're focusing on the city because we're in the middle of a runoff. But we will slowly be addressing the other government entities because there's a lot of meat on that bone. There's a lot of meat on that bones. And again, Pedrito is in a runoff against Daisy Zamora. We have been talking to you since Monday. If you haven't seen our programs, I encourage you to watch Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday, Wednesday. There are a lot of question marks, a lot of doubt that raises for me and should be raised for you. This guy has a lot of question marks. Again, we've talked about how Pedrito is all about Pedrito. Look at his wife. Look at his wife. She received 1205. Sweet and Company. If I'm not mistaken, that is his wife. The very first one. And this is recent, ladies and gentlemen. This is March. You're talking about a few months ago that they issued a payment. I'm not talking about years ago. Esto es pan caliente, papá. It's hot. His wife received 1205 for what? For big rent subsidies. And who's the owner of that? Who's the landlord? Trey Mendez. Ay, qué bonitos. Se tapan con la misma cobija. Le dan el cheque a la esposa le da el cheque a Trey. Really? This is who we want, ladies and gentlemen, representing us. This is who we want being our city attorney, Trey Mendez. Really? Again, bring me back up. Again, I want to be your Robin Hood. I want to take from the rich. Mira, ten, llévatelo. Ten, güey, llévate. Vete. I'm not going to take. I'm going to give to my people. I'm going to be like this. Mira. Estos vatos están así. Están así, da. Dame. Gimme. What can I do for myself? How can I suck on that tit? Really? That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen? I don't want that as my representative. I want somebody that's going to fight, somebody that's going to work hard, somebody that's not going to be on the take, someone that's not going to be in the front lines, así da, at the grants. What? We're divorced. What? No? Dame, a ver, give me. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's the last thing I want. I want them to be the very last ones to even be considered. But why do they always get first dibs? And again, let's look at another one. As of January of this year, 2025, this is the BCIC fund balance as of January of 2025. And again, who do we have as a recipient? Who do you know? Sweet and Company. How much have they received? $14,500. Look at this. $14,500. For what? They can't make it? For what? Why do they get 15,000? I want 15,000. I think I'm doing an okay job for my city. I have turned this into like a mini news station where people tune in at 9 a.m. I want 15 grand. Wouldn't you? A todos mis empresarios, negociantes, que tienen un negocio por la famosa, la Boca Chica, por el puerto, las Prietas y sobre toda la ciudad. ¿A usted no le gustaría 15,000 bolas? ¿Pero por qué están así? Because that's what they're in it for. They're in it for themselves. It shouldn't be that way, ladies and gentlemen. It shouldn't be that way. And you know what? It's our fault because we're allowing this to. How can we endorse? How can we support someone like this? How? There's no way. I will not. I can't. When my people, and again, I'm a business owner. It's tough. Not knowing if you're going to make it or not. Not knowing if you're going to eat. Ah, no, pues yo estoy bien gordo. Yo no sufro de eso. Chingo. It's tough, ladies and gentlemen. I work on commission. Si no le macheteo, no hay para los biles. And yes, we're in debt. Yes, we're paying off our debt little by little. Hey, that's part of the job. But we're not at the front lines asking for 15 grand. We're not at the front lines asking for grants like Trey. We make things happen. We're problem solvers. We're hustlers. We're passionate about what we do. We're not there. Ay, 15,000 bolas. Why? For what? If she can't make it downtown, close shop. Let somebody else try. They do not have what, 2 years with the business and they're already getting grants? Really? Is that what we're coming to? Where we're allowing politicians to steal from your money, the taxpayer money? Really? Again, why am I talking about this? Because Pedrito is in a runoff election and there's a lot of question marks to his candidacy. Here we have a tax lien from the state of Texas in the sum of $38,000. You think I'm making this up? You think I invented this? No. If Pedrito can't manage a restaurant, ladies and gentlemen, what makes you think he could run a city with a budget of $130 million? Honest question. So he doesn't have a job. He was stealing from his employees, their taxes, their tips. He wasn't paying taxes. He wasn't paying the liquor license. His wife is receiving thousands of dollars. There's allegations that he laundered $100,000. They're unaccounted for. It took him 7 months to file a financial report. Why? Why does it take a person 7 months, 6 months to file? There's a lot of question marks, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of doubt in my mind. And I think you, the viewer, should know. But also, his family keeps on getting high off the hog. Look at this. The famous Susan Rubalcaba. Susan posted back in 2023 that there's questions in regards to Pedrito's family making money. So now we have the wife, and now, according to Susan, we have someone else making money, that they made $6,900, a Jorge Cardenas, for video or something, to stream videos. Really? I could do that for a 6-pack and some Funyuns. A 6-pack of Dr. Pepper. And this man is getting paid 60. Shut the fuck up. This guy is getting paid $6,900? And again, according to Susan, for the people, quote unquote, to a Jorge Cardenas getting paid $7,000 for videos. Now, while Pedrito did abstain, why is his family making money off the city? Why? Again, I could do this for a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper and some Funyuns. You don't have to pay me $7,000. Okay, give me a Whataburger. Yeah, that's it. Number 2, plain Java cheese, water size, Dr. Pepper easy ice, large vanilla shake. I told you I was fat. Why, ladies and gentlemen, are these people using their position for their family to get funds? I don't like that. It's a bad look. A very bad look. And look, Miss Susan, I'm very disappointed in you, ma'am. Very disappointed in you. Someone that claims to be for the people. We've talked about how Pedrito is corrupt. There are many question marks in regards to his to him as a representative for the city of Brownsville. Look at what she says. This is my page. If you do not like my post opinions, move along. Look what she says. When corruption is the priority, honesty becomes evil. Oh, poetic justice. Poetic justice, Susan Rubalcaba, who claimed to be for the people. You should put Susan Rubalcaba for the corrupt. You yourself, ma'am, are saying that when corruption is the priority, people that are speaking honest truths become evil. Miss Rubalcaba is saying bad things about me. I think she was very nice with what she said. She wasn't as harsh. I've heard worse. She's cornered. She knows she's wrong. She knows it's a bad look for the Republican Party to endorse a questionable candidate. And what does she do? She says that I'm the worst human being alive and that she blocked me. But will this worst human being, if you haven't already, make sure you stop by with our friends at the Human Being on Alton Galore for all your coffee and tea refreshments. Summer's coming along. They have a wide variety of drinks. Make sure you stop by and let them know that your friend Frankie Olivo and Good Morning Brownsville sent you. She claims that I'm the worst human being alive. But yet, 2 weeks ago, she came on this podcast. She asked me, she made a big thing of, I'm going to start a podcast. I see Frankie getting attention. I want attention. I'm going to start a podcast. Well, give me the names. Give me the names. Guess who she reached out for advice? Guess who she asked how to prepare? Mira, watch out. The worst human being. So, was it for convenience that you came onto the show? Just so people could hear you? If you think of the worst of me, you probably did it for convenience. Was it for convenience that you reached out to me to start a podcast? Because I'm the worst human being? Or was it for convenience? And for the record, I now had a business relationship with Miss Rubalcaba. Me being an insurance broker, I have clients that require provider services. I work with different companies out there, but I said, you know what? I want to send work to someone that claims to be for the people. I send her clients. I know for one might have enrolled. The others, I think, fell through. But if she thinks of me as the worst human being, why does she accept my business? Is it because for convenience? You can't have it both ways, Ms. Susan Rubalcaba. You can't say in this post about Pedrito that there's questionable things about Pedrito, that you're beginning to doubt Pedrito, and not let the community know about this. So yes, ma'am, I respectfully ask of you, change your name. Change your name to Susan for the Corrupt. The Republican Party is scrambling. You're losing credibility. All the things you said you fought for, President Trump is against criminal organizations, against people laundering money, against cartels, against corruption, against that. Yes, Trump. And then we have the Republican Party endorsing a candidate that fits all those things I just said. Oh, God. But I'm the crazy one. I'm the worst human being. Really? Again, there's a lot of question marks in regards to this individual's character. We talked about the money, $100,000 unaccounted for. We talked about his wife, his family, his family members. They're making money. We're talking about that he doesn't have a job, a source of income. The sister took over because he wasn't paying taxes, wasn't paying the liquor license. He was stealing employees' tips. But now there's another question mark that I want to discuss a little bit further with you. Where does Pedrito Cárdenas live? Now, again, it's important for us to recognize that there have been allegations, and not by Frankie. Not by Frankie, but by people that have been asking, hey, this guy doesn't live in the district. It's all over the blogs. It's not something that I'm making up. People have brought up allegations that this man does not live in District 4. There are many question marks in regards to even his eligibility. They're saying that he lives in District 2. Again, there are many question marks in regards to the character of this person. Is he worthy of your vote? According to Susan, she seems to think yes, he is worthy. Really? Here we have a few, according to the Cameron Appraisal District, we have several properties that are owned by Mr. Pedro Cárdenas. And a Lourdes Carmen Volado, his quote unquote wife, ex-wife. There are question marks in regards to his eligibility. He is vouching to be your representative for District 4 in blue. But many people are saying that he doesn't live in District 2. Now, why is this important? Well, it's very important. ¿Será? ¿Qué onda, Miguelito? Thank you so much, my man. Saludos desde Philadelphia. Woo! Good morning, Brazo, making waves. Thanks, Miguel. Appreciate you, man. Say hello to the family. You were in Corpus for a while. I'm not sure if you're visiting Philly or working out there. But nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in, man. From Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. Mira. Sass. Making it big. Ow! Now, again, there have been question marks in regards to the character of this man. Work. Orale. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. There's a lot of question marks. And again, what has he done for District 4? Because again, there's a lot of question marks. We've talked about it since Monday. But what has he done as a commissioner? I want you to hear what he has to say. Because again, Highway 77, that was Bernice, Judge Bernice, rest his soul. That was John Villarreal, previous commissioners that took the initiative. Listen to this, and you tell me what he's done for the city of Brownsville besides take money for his family. Listen.
Good afternoon. My name is Pedro Cárdenas. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. I'm the Commissioner for District 4 here in the city of Brownsville. 2024 has been an amazing year for our district. The reconstruction of Old Highway 77 was a project that had been requested for many years. The $13 million reconstruction includes sidewalks on both sides, turning lanes in the center, drainage, water, and new lighting. This project has been in the works for 12 to 15 years now. Old Highway 77 is one of the many roads that will be improved with a $120 million capital improvement fund that we have set aside for 2025. With projects like this, we continue to improve roads and infrastructure through 2025. Addressing our downtown needs, we are in the process of developing a master plan for our downtown area. This is an all-encompassing plan that includes transportation efficiency, public space improvements, historic preservation, community engagement, safety measures, and overall urban design. This past year alone, we saw an investment of over $98 million in our downtown area. I will continue to support all expansion efforts. Brownsville is experiencing unparalleled growth. With large-scale employers like LNG, SpaceX, the Port of Brownsville, and many other companies who are making Brownsville their home, we've seen a rising demand for housing. We as a commission will continue to work with developers to offer more housing opportunities for citizens of Brownsville. With 5 new subdivisions coming up in District 4 alone, Brownsville residents will have more options to secure housing for their families. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Mayor John Cowan on amazing 2024, and I can't wait for what 2025 brings to the city of Brownsville.
What did you hear? What has he done? Are you okay with this? Again, we had Louis Tijerina on, and he sounded like a visionary. You know what? I see HEB opening up the west part of Brownsville. It's there's going to be nothing but expansion. This is going to be like a boom, and I was impressed by the guy. I was like, damn, bro, like you know what you're doing. You know, he's a bright person. He's smart. He has ideas. He's got initiatives. Boom, boom. Mira, I want to do this. I want to do this. Mira, these are my plans. What has Pedrito done? According to the video, and this was at the State of the City a few months ago. What has he done? Is he worthy of your vote? Now, again, we are stating that he lives, according to the Cameron County. According to the Cameron County Appraisal District, 23 Maple. Hey, Montelongo, I need to have a sit down with you. You sound like an awesome person. Thank you for tuning in. According to the Cameron Appraisal District, online, there is a property that is owned by a Pedro Eduardo Cárdenas and a Lourdes del Carmen Volado. And that address is 23 East Maple. 23 East Maple Street. Huh. Okay. 23 East Maple Street. Okay, fam. Well, let's go. Let's go there. Chee! You're my new best friend. Ha. "23 East Maple Street." According to Google, ladies and gentlemen, 23 East Maple Street is located right behind Hannah High School. Somewhere in that location. That's the Palo Alto area. And look, why did they cover it? Maybe because a politician works there, lives there. There was something that's passed, because if you try to find the addresses for the representatives, you can't find it. And it's because of safety measures and stuff like that. So if you go to the campaign finance reports for all these candidates, your sitting city council members, you can't find it's scratched off because there's a law or something happened as of late. And you know, we support it. You know, we want people to, you know, be safe and stuff like that. We don't want people to, you know, there's crazy people out there. But it kind of got me thinking, why is this shaded off? Why doesn't it let me go to 23 Maple? Look at that. I can't see it. Why not? Was there a request made for us not to look at the house that, according to the Cameron Appraisal District, is owned? See, look, here's 17. 17, yes. 17, yes. Again, this is Palo Alto. Look at this. Let's take a cruise. It's Palo Alto. It's a beautiful subdivision. Look at that. East Maple. This is right behind Hannah. Okay, we're going. Boom. Cul-de-sac. All right, let's go right. Oh, do we see the house from here, fam? Where is it? Mira, es esta. Sas. Let's go. Ah, it's blocked. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. So we know it's the... ¿Cuál es, fam? ¿Cuál es? Es esta, mira. It's this one right here. You see it, fam? Right here. Because look, the closer we get... Mocos. So look. Am I tripping out? Okay. Oh, they're two different houses. It's right here. Esta mero. Do you see the thing? It's that house because look, this orange house is this one. You see the orange gate garage? This is 17 East Maple. You see it? Now, okay. The orange one. Okay, we need to look right next to orange. You know, on the orange. Okay, we're still there. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit more. Boom. Mira, on top. Where are you, doggy? There you are. This is the house. You see orange gate? You see orange gate, fam? We'll look it to the right next. That's 23 East Maple. According to the Cameron Appraisal District, that is the home, which is not located in District 4. It's located in District 2, Palo Alto subdivision, right behind Hannah High School. Pedrito, according to Cameron Appraisal District, lives in the red area. The red area is District 2. If I'm not mistaken, that's Miss Macias. Now, why is this important? Why should we even care about this? Well, because it may be determined that Pedro Cardenas, he may be ineligible for re-election because on a voter registration violation. There are serious concerns that have been brought up regarding the eligibility of Cardenas, who is running for re-election. Why? Because public records indicate that Cardenas did not meet the legal voter registration requirements under the Texas Election Code. And according to the voter registration and candidate eligibility, it's all about timing. According to the voter registration, Pedro Cardenas changed his voter registration from District 2 to District 4 when? This date is very important. He changed it just this year in February. Now, how is that? He changed his address from District 2 to District 4 because he forgot? So he was a sitting commissioner while still having his voter registration for District 2? Is that what I'm leading to believe? Again, under the Texas Election Code, voter registration changes does not take effect until 30 days after. So if Pedrito changed his address from District 2, which he should have been deemed ineligible back then, but okay, ya pasó. So if he changed the address of the voter registration on February 14th, the deadline, that shouldn't take effect until March 14th of 2025. You see what I'm going at, chat? There's question marks in regards to his eligibility now. He's giving us a lot of ammunition. 100,000, no job, giving his family money, stealing tips from employees. He hasn't done nothing for District 4. And now this? He missed the qualification deadline. So what? He was not legally registered in District 4 by the filing deadline, which makes him what, fam? Read the very bottom. Read the very bottom, fam. He was not legally registered in District 4 by the filing deadline, which makes him ineligible. Ineligible to even be on the ballot. Now, you may say, who cares? We want the best person. And if he lives in District 2 and he's our District 4 commissioner, well, that's okay because he's done great things and he's a great guy and I'm going to vote for him. And I don't know what. We can't do that. This nation, this city is governed by laws, by law and order. And Mingo Patty makes a legit question. Then why is he on the ballot? Now, why does this matter? Because we're talking about the character of the individual. We're talking about the integrity of elections. We have to hold our elected officials accountable to what we do. How can they do whatever they want? But if it's us, no, los dejan caer. No, but it's them. No hay pedo. I'll look the other way. No, it's wrong. He should be deemed ineligible to even be on the city ballot. So why does this matter? Well, it matters because all candidates, they must meet the legal requirements before casting their ballots. You as a voter deserve to know this, that your candidate that you are selecting for a particular district lives within the district, has done everything necessary to be on the ballot. This is things that we don't think about. This is just for those gurus, those that are really into politics, those buenos that look into this stuff. I'm not including myself. I'm a nobody. We need to ensure that elections, this isn't Matamoros, where they can do and come and change things and forge things. And no, we need to ensure that election rules are followed. Why? Because it protects the integrity of the process. Now, we all could agree that we think that politicians are corrupt. And this isn't something that I'm saying. Ask anybody around. Do you trust your politician? You think he will give you $100? You think he will give you the shirt on his back? They'd be like, pfft. They would take the damn shirt from my back. They would ask me for $100. Really? You guys think that these politicians will give you the shirt on their back? You think they would feed you? You think they would give you opportunities? No, they're only after themselves. When I say Pedrito's only after Pedrito, it's because Pedrito's only after Pedrito and his family and his clique. And hey, it is what it is, man. That's the hustle, I guess. Pero ya, basta. Ya mamaron tanto, hombre. No jodan. No jodan. Again, evidence shows, according to Cameron County, Pedro Cardenas, registration information. And here's a timeline. In January of 2021, he was in District 4, Lakeview. In May 2024, District 4, Fairway Drive, District 4. In July of 2024, District 2, Maple Circle. And then he tried to change it the last day of the deadline back to Fairway. Now, again, the city secretary is responsible for reviewing these documents, making sure that everything is lined up, that everything makes sense. The city attorney is responsible for reviewing public records and declaring a candidate ineligible if, what, fam? They do not meet the legal requirement. We found that for them. Thank you to a certain few out there that care about the integrity and process of living in the free world, living in Brownsville that has law and order. This is Matamoros. Now, if a candidate is found to be ineligible before early voting begins, votes cast for them will not count and they cannot take office. Again, we're a little bit late on that. People say, why are you coming on 2 days before and doing this? Hey, man, this is investigative journalism. It's hard. I have to get facts. I can't come to you and just go on a whim and say, yeah, believe me, please believe me. I can't do that. I don't run on that. I don't gain nothing from that. I present you pictures. I present you evidence. I state my case. My job isn't to convince you. My job is to present you the good, the bad, and the ugly, the black and the white. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my job. Now, what can we do, fam, down here? Hope you're following. Given the clear conflict with voter registration laws, the city secretary has the authority and responsibility to what? Why does the city secretary get paid big bucks? They don't get paid for doing things, during holidays, during Christmas, no. People get paid the big bucks to take action, to make important decisions. Very important decisions. Such as this, whenever an individual has been deemed ineligible to even be on a ballot. This shouldn't have even happened. But why? Because he's a sitting commissioner. And you know politics. People don't want to get fired. People don't want to make a stink about it. Why? I'll lose my job. Well, then find another job if you can't do your job. Come on, man. The city secretary has the authority and the responsibility to take appropriate action to uphold election integrity. That is a responsibility. So, what do we know from this? What do we see from this? You may ask. Well, for confirmation on disqualification, it is recommended to ask the Cameron County voter register the following questions. As of 5 p.m., the deadline in which individuals could change candidates. As of 5 p.m. on Valentine's Day this year, what was the address where he was eligible to vote? Answer, District 2, Maple Circle. Question 2, in what city district is this address? District 2, Maple Circle. Based on this address, District 2, Maple Circle, is Pedro Cárdenas eligible to be a candidate for District 4 as of May 3rd, 2025 election? The answer is no. He shouldn't. What should happen? He should be disqualified. He should be disqualified. Now again, why is Pedrito running for District 4? He doesn't live there anymore. He moved from Alton Glore to Palo Alto on Paredes. That's not part of District 4. He shouldn't be allowed to run for the district. According to the Cameron Appraisal District, which I showed you, shows that he bought the property at 23 Maple. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We're going to request an open records from PUB. And it should show that he still has service there. I mean, unless he's living at a property in District 4 and he doesn't have services under his name since he's getting divorced. Really? Again, there's even allegations that he lives at the apartment of a PUB board member who owns or is managing partner of Monarca Baja Chicken. I'm not making that up. It's all over the blogs. I'm not making it up. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been many question marks in regards to this man's character, his integrity. He has been lying to you and your family while he's saying that he's a model citizen, that he should be your choice for District 4 representative. What has he shown? Again, what has he shown? That he doesn't have a job. He lost his business. His family took him out of the business because he can't manage the restaurant. He couldn't pay for taxes. He couldn't pay for liquor license. He was stealing from the employees. There's questions of $100,000 that took him 6 months to even. And if it's not 100, it's 50. It's a lot of money. There's question marks, ladies and gentlemen. Question marks. So much question marks. Has he done anything for the district? I don't know. He says Highway 77, but he can't take credit for that. That was Judge Bernice, rest his soul. That was John Villarreal. He said, this is a project 12, 15 years that's finally coming to fruition. He's talking about SpaceX, LNG, the port. He didn't create that. He's talking about downtown expansion. A lot of money is being put downtown, not by you. And now, I'm giving you all this. And now, this comes into play. Look. Donde Vive Pedrito? That is what we titled our program today. If you thought that he was still a good person, he was still the best candidate, even though he's questioned in regards to his employment. Hey, he does get 25 grand from the city. Maybe he can make it off of 25 grand. I don't know. Maybe. We've talked about he wasn't paying his taxes. I showed you there's a tax lien. I showed you earlier. Okay. That's okay with you. Okay. He wasn't paying his liquor license. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Está bueno. He was stealing tips. Pues, they don't need the tips. Right? It's not like if they work for them and they live off of it. They don't need a tip. Okay. Está bien. His family is taking money. His wife received $15,000 as of January 2025. A family member, according to Susan for the people, Susan for the corrupt, got $7 grand for videos. Ladies and gentlemen, I could do this. I could make a badass video for a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper and some Funyuns. Y si le agregas unos gummy bears, mira, te las hago. Bien bulles, papá. El video. The video. His family, his friends, his compadres, they're like this. Gimme, 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 gimme. Hay que saciarle todo, vámonos. Pa' que des Matamoros, tú sácale, mira. Sácale, exprímale la leche. Really? And this is the Republican Party's candidate for endorsement. Oh my God. Take me, Jesus. Right, Montelongo? Yo también quiero ser político. Who doesn't want 15 grand? I'm being serious. All the business owners in the city of Brownsville should be upset, should be angry. How can we let the wife of a city commissioner receive 15 grand and be like this? Ay, pues se los merecía. Really? They get rent paid for by a grant? And who does that rent go to? Trey Mendez. Ay, Diosito de mi vida. Dice, que arreglan las calles de las milpas. For reals. For reals. Again, you business owners, you should be upset that this man has allowed his family to take thousands of dollars. They think it's Matamoros. It's not. And he's asking for 4 more years. This man has a lot of question marks. I've come on before you since Monday and boom, boom, boom. Also, we didn't talk about nepotism. We talked about it earlier. Just last week, him and Gustavo de Leon were strong-arming the city manager to hire, of all people, Carlos Elizondo. Really? Again, if you think I'm lying, I want you to call Pedrito. Why do you think they're all... Why? Why do you think Gustavo de Leon is... Mira, también paniqueado el vato así. Why? Because they know what they did. Again, can I pick on somebody? Who can I pick on? Somebody volunteer. Somebody give me a thumbs up if I can pick on you. And this is just role play, not that kind of role play. Give me a thumbs up if I could use you as an example. Thumbs up. First one. Eso, Mingo. I love Mingo Patty. Mingo Patty, if I accuse you of being... This is role play. Yahaira. Thank you so much, Yahaira. You too. Yahaira, Mingo Patty, if I accuse you of being deadbeats, I accuse you of being good for nothing, y'all don't take care of your kids, and you know this is true, what would you say? Hey, you're a liar. You are wrong. I didn't do that. Yes or no? You would deny it. Why? Because you know it's not true. Have you heard a denial from these gentlemen? Why not? Maybe they think, oh, this podcast idiot, he's insignificant. Oh, ese vato nadie lo escucha. I don't know. People have been saying that this has been making the rounds. I don't know. Dice, no sé. Ask them, call them. Hey, this guy is making an allegation against you, Gustavo. That you did something 2 weeks after you got elected? Is it true that you guys promised Carlos a job and you were telling the city manager's office to hire him? Really? He's lying, right, Gustavo? Pedrito. ¿Qué pedo, güey? ¿Ese vato no es de mamá o...? They're not going to answer you. Well, Pedrito probably should because he's running for election. Gustavo could hide. He's hiding right now. And Jahaira makes a good point. Maybe they won't be truthful. But then say, hey, make a statement. Put it on Facebook. Go live. Go live. Now, again, Mingo Patty, what do we need to do? We need to go out and vote. We need to elect individuals that will be there for us, not for them, not for their families, for you, the people. We need to vet our clients. We need to vet our politicians. We need to make sure that these individuals are the right person for the job. I've been giving you day after day allegations that none of them have come out and said he's a liar. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, boom, 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 boom. Have you heard a peep from them? No. Why? Because they know it's true. And they know if they deny it, they're going to piss off people. And those people might even be the authorities. Are they aware? Maybe. I don't know. You think they watch Good Morning Brownsville? We need to vet our clients. We should demand more. We should demand better. Again, you want to fight corruption? I showed you what this man is. He's corrupt to the core. You want to hold our elected officials accountable? Gee. Did you vote? I can't vote. I live in District 1 for Cameron County. I live right by the airport. I'm like literally like a street away. Darn it. I can't vote for city elections, unfortunately. But you can. You, the viewer, can vote. You, the viewer, have a responsibility to vote. We need better. We need a person that is transparent, someone that is going to make sure that they will do what's in the very best for all of us. Pedrito had his time. He had 4 years. And what did he show? All he worried about was Pedrito. Make sure you go out and vote, Montelongo. I know you will. No. At large is city at large. It's like a mayor's race. But no, I can't. I can only vote county. I can't vote city. I'm not. I don't live in city limits. It's literally like a street away, literally, but by law. Early voting runs until June the 2nd. Election day is June the 3rd. We need better. We need to demand more from our elected officials. Stop electing people who are just in it for themselves. Stop. Yeah. You want to fight corruption? You talk a big game? You say you're for the people? Don't elect people candidates that have questionable backgrounds. Again, 100K, no taxes, no liquor license, stealing employees' tips. His family was getting thousands of dollars, has been getting thousands of dollars. And guess what? They're going to continue to get that money if he's elected. Ya basta. Ya le sacaron, ya le exprimieron, hombre. Ya no jodan. Che raza. I know it's wrong, pero si quieren un poquito, hombre. Estos vatos se quieren. Nah, hombre. No jodan. Why does this bother me? Because I'm a business owner. I know the struggles. Hey, it's difficult out there. It's very difficult. It's not easy to be a business owner. You don't know if you're going to pay the bills. You don't know if you're going to eat. You don't know if work's going to be good. So what do these people do? They get into politics because that's the easy tit. That's the easy route. They see what others have been doing, how others have been getting fat off of you, the taxpayer. And they say, well, I want to run. For what? For what? Again, vote for individuals that are going to fight for you. Does Pedrito have an education? I don't hear him talk about it. Does Pedrito manage a business? Does he have an income? I don't hear him talk about it. His opponent, De Zamora, she has a job. In fact, she's got a degree. She's got a doctoral degree. She's a scientist and a researcher in nutritional health. She's a professor at the University of North Carolina. She got a doctoral degree in epidemiology. I apologize for the fumble once again, which is the study of diseases. Daisy believes in listening to you, the public, and fighting for what is right. She doesn't need the money. Her interest is the people. She wants to improve quality of life. She wants to improve healthcare. That's her background. She has ideas of economic development. She's got ideas of infrastructure that she's going to implement. Pedrito had 4 years to do what he did. She works for the University of North Carolina as a professor. She's a scientist. She's a researcher. She's got her doctorate. It's not an MD, but she's still a scientist, though. She's educated. And look, she came from modest means. She knows the struggle. She knows what it's like to growing up humble life. That's the majority of us all here in Brownsville, 3/4 of us. We know the struggle. Do we want somebody, un hijo de papi, un hijo de mami, un niní, que cuando la caga, they clean it up? Ahí ten, mijo, ten feria. Really? Is that what you want? You're okay with that? I'm not. I want somebody that knows my struggle. I want somebody to know, hey, I lived your life, but look at me. I rose through the ranks. I became somebody. I have a doctorate degree. I'm a scientist. Man, hasta medio calofrío. That's what I want. I don't want somebody to take and take and take for them and their family. Ya, no jodan. And they still want more. And they're looking you in your face and laughing all the way to the bank, ladies and gentlemen. All the way to the bank. Really? I'm going to post because people think that I'm lying. People think that I lie. You know. I have 1.1 views, 1,100 views. And I'm going to post on my story. That way you can follow and say, hey, este vato sí, he was being truthful. You know. And I'm going to put 1,100 people, 100 views, and we're still live, baby. Just to rub it in their faces. We are the media now. There you go. I posted it. Pa que no digan. She is a board member at PUB. She's been there for 2 years. And people have been saying, "Oh, well, she's part of the TANASCA." No, she has served on the Charter Review Board, where she placed on the voting ballot more transparency from PUB. She set term limits for politicians. Pedrito Cárdenas, he's been in there for 4 years. Have you ever heard him once talk about PUB? Because he doesn't care. What is he doing? He is, bring me down. Look what he's doing with PUB. You want to talk about Daisy being, Daisy's part of PUB. Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, let's talk about Pedrito. What he's doing with PUB. He doesn't want to lower your bill. Heck no. You know what he wants to do? Look at this. Look at this, fam. He's appointing Nájera. Gustavo de Leon appointed Sarkis. Why? So Nájera and Martin Sarkis could tag team and give contractors chingos of feria. So Martinez makes an excellent point. Hey, is she a board member? Yes, she is a board member at PUB. She's been there for only 2 years. And what has she done on the PUB board? She's placed on the voting ballot more transparency from PUB, and she wants term limits for politicians. What has Pedrito done? He placed Alejandro Nájera, his friend. Some even say his landlord. Why? So he could tag team with Martin Sarkis, so they can steal and swipe it and get rich. And guess who's getting all the kickbacks? Guess who doesn't need a job? So you make a valid point, Martinez. Isn't Daisy on PUB? Well, look at what Look at what Pedrito's doing. Pedrito's colluding. Mr. Olivo, we have the FBI on line 1. Pedrito's doing worse. Daisy, una doctora educada, sabe qué es como vivir humildemente. Y está en el comité de que es el PUB. ¿Y qué hace? En 2 años quiere mejorar. Y Susan le está tirando cagada. Oh, well, she's in the PUB. What the hell is Pedrito doing? What Pedrito's doing is worse. While this woman is fighting, setting term limits, want to make PUB better. Pedrito is appointing his landlord, Alejandro Nájera, to tag team with Sarki so they can get rich off the hog. These men do not have educations. And again, I understand people say, oh, sometimes, yeah, but when you're dealing with PUB, I want somebody that one could speak English. Martín no habla inglés. Nájera says that he's got a degree and I don't know what. Does he mention university? Does he mention a source of education? Does he mention it's solar energy or I don't know what the heck? Really? Really? So again, did Daisy serve at PUB? Yes. She's fighting for you, the community. What is Pedrito doing? Pedrito is installing somebody in there for what? For the almighty feria. You're hilarious with the logo. Chiga. I've done my job. I will continue to do my job. My job is to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, the black and the white. I will never give you gray. I want to give you everything, everything, everything. What you do with it, it's up to you. I'm doing my job. Now it's time for us to do ours. Today's the last day, but thank you for tuning in. Now it's our turn, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for individuals that are going to fight. Vote for individuals that are going to be there, listen to you. They're not elect somebody that's not going to steal from you, that's not going to get rich from you. And Ms. Daisy Zamora knows if she says that she will fight for the people, if she says that she is not corrupt, that she has no agendas, we will hold her to that. Just the way we've been holding Pedrito Cárdenas and all his mess ups. Hey, the measuring stick is the same for everybody. Aquí damos parejo. There is no bias in Good Morning Brownsville. Why? Because you, the tax voter, we, the constituents, we deserve to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm humbly asking you, ladies and gentlemen, please go out and vote for Daisy Zamora. Que ya no jodan. Que ya basta. Ya estamos hasta la madre con ustedes. Ya, no chinguen. Ya. Vote for Daisy Zamora. Ladies and gentlemen, I have production in my ear. We are 33 minutes after the allocated hour. I apologize, but I thank you and I'm humbled by your attention because I know that there are people out there. We've been hearing about that, JG. We'll again, stick around for the summer. I don't know if you will, but stick around for the summer. We're going to talk a whole lot about BISD. We've been doing our job. We will continue to do our job. I want you, the voter, to have all this education. I want you to have all this information before you vote. Because this man is not the best choice for you. This man had his time and he showed you what he was about. And I'm not lying. I show you proof. I am base myself with facts. Susan says, you're defaming him. You're defaming him. He's corrupt. You think he's going to sue me? Really? Go out and vote. Make sure you vote for Daisy Zamora. My name is Frankie Olivo, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Good Morning Brownsville. Thank you so much for your time and your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Best believe, Monday through Friday, rain or shine, Good Morning Brownsville will come on live at 9 a.m. Same Batman time and same Batman channel. Stay tuned. Yeah. Ahí está. Peace.